Some do and some don't. What do I mean by that? Some people go into network marketing and they end up making a nice income, and then others get into network marketing and they don't. So what could be the difference? Well, what I found out is the difference is their daily method of operation. So what do I mean by that? I mean, what do you do daily? I mean, how many emails do you send out? How many ads do you post? How many people do you talk to every day? That's the difference. It's being persistent every day, pushing yourself to be consistent. So you need persistence to make you consistent. So you do it every day. You got to come up with what works best for you and do it every day and never quit. I mean, you can't go a couple of weeks or a month and then get discouraged and quit. I mean, you got to keep moving forward, as I said before. You have to keep pushing because it'll come. Network marketing isn't like fast food where you just pull up to a microphone, tell them what you want, and then pull up to the window and get it. I mean, any kind of business or whatever, it takes baby steps. And you got to work daily doing what you do best to get people to join your business. So, I mean, and attitude has a lot to do with it too. Do you believe you're going to be successful, or do you have the attitude, well, everybody else but me, I've seen both sides to that. I know people that just do this day in and day out. They never get discouraged. They can go a month without signing anybody up, but they just keep going. They don't stop. And eventually they're making a full-time income. And then other people just go a month to 3 months and they quit. And they keep looking for a business that has a shiny object that everybody's going to want. I mean, that happens, but not very often. I mean, it happened here, with Live Good not too long ago, but it just doesn't happen every day. I mean, the average person's just got to get out there and work. It's a business. You got to work it. You got to tell people about your products. You got to tell people about the pay plan. You just got to let them know. If you don't let them know, how do they know, There's a lot of good reasons to be in network marketing. It's the one business that the average person can make a full-time income. And you don't have to go out and get a franchise for a Subway or McDonald's or a Wendy's. You don't have to buy a business. To get started in network marketing is really, in most cases less than $100, sometimes less than 50. And you just get started and you start telling people about your products and your business, and if they join, fine. If not, move on to another one. As a people, we get discouraged too easily, and I think a lot of it has to do with, the fast food, the give it to me now syndrome, or whatever you want to call it. It's like, I want it to happen now. I want 3 people a week, it just don't happen. I mean, you know it as well as I do. But you need a good company with good products. And I mean, by good products, I mean products that actually work. Products that have, clinically tested ingredients in them, like we do. Our ingredients are proven to work. And we have testimonies from people, all kind of people, on how well these products are working. So that's important. A good company with great products and a good pay plan where the average person can make some money. And, we have 4 different channels, you might say, in our business where you can earn 6 figures in each one of them. I mean, just in the fast start bonuses, especially when we have coded fast start bonuses, makes a big difference. So just that alone could make you 6 figures. And then when you go on to the matrix, there you can make 6 figures in that as well. So, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, you got to stay persistent. You got to be persistent to stay consistent. Daily method of operation. Every day, put out your ads. Every day, send out your emails. Every day, talk to people. Every day. You got to go through a lot of people. The industry average is 1 to 2 people out of 100. And if you get 3 people out of 100, you're doing really good. So you got to go through the numbers. You got to talk to people, and it's the way you talk to people. You can't just be somebody that wants to shove something down somebody's throat. okay? There's a way you word things, and I said in one of my other videos, there's a way you got to word things, like, would it be okay with you? You know, um, I don't know much more what I can say on this, but, I just don't like to see people get discouraged and just quit, or just jump into another business. I mean, my dad always told us a rolling stone gathers no moss. And, in life, that means that, if you're going to keep jumping around, every time you start a new company, you got to start getting new people again. And, most of the time, some people will follow you, but then again, they won't. They'll just say, what the heck? I just got started in this business. Now he's moving on to another one. Are you kidding me? I mean, think about it. A rolling stone gathers no moss. Plant your feet and get busy. And just keep working and working and working until you get success, because it'll come. Success comes to those who never quit. It's that simple. Read all the stories about all the famous people, no matter what walk of life they're in. They never quit. They never quit. They just get back up and they keep going. They keep being consistent in what they're doing every day. And they got persistence pushing them. Like, you got to think to yourself, what's most important to you? What do you really want out of life? I mean, do you really want that freedom? Do you really want that extra income? How bad do you want it? And what are you willing to do to get it? I mean, you got to just plant your feet, be grounded, put your blinders on, stay focused, and just get out there and keep going day in and day out. And the other important thing is, once you get started and you get a few people, you want to get what they call the mastermind effect. You need 2 or 3 people working directly with you, where you three brainstorm, you talk, and you help each other. You know what I mean? If it takes a 3-way call, or if it just takes a recommendation from one of your partners, But, having your own little brain trust makes a big difference, because then you don't get as discouraged, You work together, you support each other, you encourage each other, and that's what makes it work. And I just don't want to see people losing this when they have an opportunity to win. So anyways, you guys have a great day. I'm glad we had this chat. I'll be talking to you again later. Anyways, it'd be great if we could work together in great life. So click on the link below and take the free tour, and then sign up, go on auto ship, and let's get started working together. And I'd appreciate it if you could please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.